Good evening, everybody, and welcome to A Bard Stories. I set out this week to make The Wolfman. Thought about doing Young Frankenstein. But a movie came across my timeline that really kind of just stuck out. It's one I can do by heart. 1954, Them. It's a simple story starring James Whitmore, Edward Gwynn, Joan Gilden, and James Arness. Real simple. Nuclear testing for the bomb, that's the bombs we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, have mutated desert ants into giants. That's a fun story. So let's get into it a little bit. So, like any good science fiction movie, in the 1950s knew how to do them right. Sergeant Ben Peterson and Trooper Ed Blackburn discover a little girl. She was in a catatonic state, just wandering the desert near Alamogordo. We're not sure why or what happened at this point to put her in such a state. The two officers then go start searching the area. They come across Gramps Johnson's general store. It's been ransacked, destroyed, torn apart. But all the money's still in the cash register. Gramps' gun they find destroyed. Gramps was a crack shot. He should have killed whoever was doing this to his store. Well, we don't know what's going on yet, but we're getting there. They find some footprints. They take some castings and they send them off to the FBI. And like any good G-men of the time, they're going to get sent out there and investigate. The prince having arrived in Washington, D.C., the FBI sends out Special Agent Robert Graham to investigate. Partly because they're intrigued, but also because the little girl's father was an FBI agent as well. Well, you know what happens when you go after a Fed. They also send the prince on to multiple government agencies. And the Department of Agriculture gets interested and sends out a myrmecologist and his assistant, Dr. Harold Medford. And his assistant is his daughter, Pat Medford, a beautiful woman, smart, fearless. She's going to help her father. He is aging. So they all go out with the police officers to the scene of the crime. A sandstorm has come up, and they hear a strange whistling type sound in the distance. It's not long before Pat runs into him first. Them, the giant killer ants. And the ants attack the party. Dr. Harold Medford orders the officers shoot the antennae, to which they do, crippling the ant. And then they finally kill it by producing a Tommy gun. It is then Dr. Harold Medford gives us a very poignant interpretation of what is about to happen. It's scary. It's prophecy coming true.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true, and there shall be destruction and darkness come up in creation, and the beast shall reign over the earth.
Well, 50s sure did know how to do it right. They put the fear of God into you. Biblical God. That's how to bring things together. But now we must find the ants and destroy the ants. And to do that, we need the military. And how will we destroy them? Well, the military would have bombed them, but that would only collapse the nest and the ants would tunnel out someplace else. So what they must do is they must go search for the ants. Find the nest, heat up the entrance of it so much that the ants will go down deep, and then they will go in and gas the nest. Gas is the only way to kill them all and to make sure that nothing gets out. Because as we know, ants have princesses, and the princesses go on a flight to find a new nest. So into the nest we will go after gassing to verify, did we kill all the ants, or did some of them get away?
border ship at sea.
On the big map indicate?
Well, these 4 indicate locations where we found dead male ants. The most recent finding was about 4 days ago, here near Mount Wilson in California.
Mount Wilson in California. We also learn there's been a theft of 40 tons of sugar from Los Angeles. We have ants in Los Angeles. But now we have to add a little bit more plot and drama to the story. When they're investigating the sugar theft, they find tracks. They also are looking for 2 young boys. Their father has been viciously killed, ripped apart. We know the ants are there. So now we have to do something drastic, something never before done.
By direction of the President of the United States, in full agreement with the Governor of the State of California and the Mayor of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles is, in the interests of public safety, hereby proclaimed to be under martial law.
Martial law. And now the hunt begins. They know the ants are in the sewers, and into the sewers they must go. They do find the colony. They do destroy it. And they do save the Lodge boys. But we lose one of our heroes. You'll have to watch to find out which one. This movie is just a fun, good science fiction horror movie. Classic from the 1950s and 60s time period, where all you needed to do was go and see it to be scared and to have fun and to forget reality for a few hours. Popcorn was cheaper. Sodas were probably a lot cheaper too. It was just time to get away and have fun. How does this movie hold up? Well, I still love watching it. I'll probably sit down this evening, watch it with my wife. I don't know if she's seen it. A lot of the oldies she hasn't. And we'll just enjoy a good movie for a couple hours. I hope you take the time to find it yourself, watch it, and enjoy it. Maybe a revisit for some, possibly new for others. But until next time, have a wonderful evening, everybody.